Today on Beyond the Details, we're going to do something completely different. In fact, we switched it up a little bit on you. We're going to be doing this, the S70/2, or the BMW V12 right out of a McLaren F1. This is such an incredible opportunity for us because not only do we have this F1 engine sitting here in a stand with the transmission, with the exhaust, and actually the whole rear suspension, but more importantly, this engine's dirty. The owner of this car drives it in tours, so there's a lot going on here. So it should be pretty impressive actually cleaning this up for the first time. We've got little things going on that we'll focus on. Of course, these gorgeous carbon fiber intakes. You can see we'll have the exhaust system, which is all Inconel stainless, and then we'll work our way around this way. We'll get a chance to work on the rear suspension, which is all cast magnesium. And then you've got these beautiful aluminum control arms, and you can see the half shafts. We'll work a little bit down there. As we come around here, these big stainless heat shields will come off the car, and then we'll polish them inside and out. We've got one here and one a little bit lower. And we'll probably remove these as well off the catalytic converters for one reason. These are actually lined with the gold foil, and you really can't touch it. It's a very, very delicate material. So delicate that if I put a dry towel on right now, the gold will come off on the towel. We'll bring you around this way, and then we'll finish up with some of the details here on where the shift quadrant is. That's what goes back on here. But we're not going to work on it here in the studio. We'll roll it back into the workshop and get started. We've made our way back to the workshop area. We're ready to get started on the engine. We have a lot of ground to cover. We're going to start up here. There's actually some mold of all things here on the end of the cam cover. We'll start working this area around the cams themselves and then work our way down. So I'm just going to get started here, brushing and scrubbing and using the degreaser. Although it looks like we're just spraying randomly about the whole side of the engine, there's method to this madness. There are a number of electrical connectors and things like that I'm trying to avoid. Most of the stuff, as you can see, we've either taped off here or thrown over the other side, just so we don't get anything in those connectors themselves. They're all these really nice mil-spec connectors, and they're probably going to be fine, but why risk it? So we're going to go in now and just start scrubbing and get all the stuff off the heads. Okay, basically I started degreasing, started scrubbing. What I'd like to do now is just go in with the first round of the steam and then see what we need to go back on, what may be heavy buildup and things like that. So we should see a pretty dramatic change as the water runs off, and we should be in good shape. So what I'll do is just go in here with the steam wand and hit each cylinder and then work my way down underneath. So I'm sure a lot of you are probably wondering, who've been following our series, well, why wouldn't you just dry ice this? Well, the reason is that dry ice doesn't do that great of a job on greasy parts. It'll clean these castings really well, it'll do a nice job on the head, but when you get into the grease, it tends to just smear it around. So this is a much more effective way of cleaning. So instead of going cold, we're going hot. Doing a little touch up here. We'll dry some of these components off and see if we need to touch them up again. But I think we're in good shape. And we're going to move to the front of the engine now. There's a lot of very intricate detail in here, so we'll get in close and take a look. There's some hose clamps, these mil-spec connectors. Down here we've got things like idle speed control and fuel pressure regulators, and all this will really start shining in a big hurry. So I'm going to get a little bit of spray in there. I don't want to use too much because they're electrical connectors. It's foamy, it gets everywhere, so I'm just going to kind of put a little bit on the surface, maybe agitate a little, but not by much. And yes, I know it's waterproof, but again, I just don't want to introduce too much material in here all at once. I want to go slowly, work very carefully. It's not like I can replace this easily, so I'm just going to go ahead and take my time, be very careful, and touch up each little piece as I go along. But to go in here with you know, gunk engine degreaser and a pressure washer, not going to happen. Just spray this down so it'll soak a little bit. We've already cleaned all this area here around the coils, try to get in between everything. I know they're weatherproof, I know that they're waterproof, that's right, but we're very careful to work around all the electronics in here. It's still very old school, it's not like with a modern car. With that in mind, we're going to do the fuel rail next. We'll work our way into the throttle bodies here. Also, we're going to take some time and really detail the throttle linkage. Right now, it's all gummed up with old oil and whatever they would spray on it. It's collected a lot of dirt. It's a very complex looking system, so it'll be a lot of fun to get in there and take some good detail shots. So we're going to give that some serious definition, and then we'll go back in and also re-lubricate it so it's not dry and not binding. So you didn't think this would just take one day, did you? I mean, after all, this is a work of art. We have to take our time and do it right. So we're going to go in now. Everything's been cleaned. It's just doing the final detailing on the engine. And then we'll take it back into the studio and get some great shots for you. We're taking advantage of having the engine on the stand as well. So we're going to start here. Yesterday I degreased all this area in the front. I'm going to come in now and just do the final prep. Make sure all the pulleys are clean. I'm not going to touch the belts or the belt surfaces. I just want to get the faces clean and get all the little gunk and grease out of the corners of these pulleys. And then we'll do some stuff around the alternator and over to the AC compressor and that sort of thing. From here, then we'll move back up top and we'll do the final on the intake plenum. I'm just using quick detailer. Everything else is done on this, so we don't have to worry about too much grease, but what this will do is just give us a little bit of gloss to it and also clean it really well. So nothing fancy here. So one thing to be aware of too is an engine like this. This is not something you can just jump in and start spraying randomly about the whole front of the engine. Using a pressure washer or an ice machine, this is not what this is about. There are so many little things going on here that you really can't see that if you don't understand what this engine is or the components on it, you really shouldn't be in here. There's two crank sensors here in the bottom. They're very delicate. You've got all this wiring up in here for the vanos, all this stuff. It's not for the faint of heart. I don't recommend doing this if you have some exotic car and you think you're just going to go in and detail an engine, you should really be aware of your surroundings and not just jump in with both feet. There's a lot going on here and you could really mess this up without even trying. Okay, so on the front of this engine too, if you really zoom in here, you would see that there's a little bit of corrosion happening on some of the steel parts. What I'm going to do is go in here on some of the hardware and use an anti-corrosion wax that I like to use on this stuff. Basically what it'll do is it'll stop whatever corrosion's happening, but it's not going to enhance the finish that much. It'll just make it a little sort of a glossier look. But most importantly, as I said, it'll arrest that corrosion without taking the bolts out of the car. I'm not about to disassemble this water pump just for 4 nuts that are right against the firewall that you'll never see. But I also want to know that when this goes back together and Kevin's putting it back into the car, that kind of thing is taken care of. So that's what we're going to do now. Now we come to the fun part, the final polish of this. We're going to polish the intake plenum. It's all carbon fiber, it's beautifully made. Once we're done that, there's just a little bit of touch-up paint that we'll need to do and move on from there. But this is going to be a 3-step process. I mean, most people would think this looks perfectly clean. We're going to start with just a quick detailer first, just to get the dust and handprints and things like that off. We're going to go in with a polish, which I use a plastic polish of all things. This is basically an epoxy resin. So the plastic polish will really make it jump. And then we're going to finish with a ceramic coating so that this will stay nice and shiny for the next couple of years. First we'll just spread the material around. This is that plastic polish, trying not to get any sling or overspray on the freshly clean heads. So we'll spread this around, and then we'll crank it up, get some polish going. Slow hand speed and very little pressure. So we removed all the polish. Now we're going to go back and put a very light ceramic coating on this. This stuff is great. It's basically a spray-on, but I'm not spraying anything today. Just sprayed it on the towel so we can spread it around. So give this a quick wipe. It's going to set for about 5 minutes or so, and then we'll buff it off. This will add some protection, make it easier to clean later, but most importantly, just protect that carbon fiber. Well, I told you this was going to be something different. So after spending 2 full days, this is what we've done. Everything from polishing intake plenums, cleaning all the belts, the hoses, the pulleys, polishing the headers, and worked our way across the back into the transaxle, cleaning that, the uprights, the brake rotors, everything complete. It'll make us proud to put this back into the F1. So this concludes another edition of Beyond the Details. Make sure you like and subscribe.